Hello, everyone. Hello. Hello. Okay, hello. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. How are you? How are you? Fine. Good. How are you? How are you? Fine. Good. Same old. Same old. So. How are you? So. Good. Good. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Thank you for being here today. So, our topic today is English for deaf and hard of hearing persons. And, well, what we have done right now is to say hello, to say good afternoon. And all the signs in English or in Spanish, even in English or in Spanish, they have a meaning. They have a meaning. So, for example, this is the sun. If we say good afternoon, this represents the sun. So the sun is coming down. Yeah, so that's what it is. So you see? How are you? This doesn't have animation, but do you remember? How are you? How are you? Okay? So you can say fine, good, same old, so, thumbs up. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Okay, what are we going to do today? Our agenda is the following. Why are we working with deaf people and trying to learn a little bit more about the American Sign Language? So that's the first part of this workshop, just a little bit of background, our project, the research we have been doing, and the pilot. We already have students here in the school learning English. Then finger spelling. And so we're going to practice a little bit of finger spelling in the American Sign Language, the alphabet, and to know proper placement of your hand and to spell each letter of the alphabet slowly. It's not an easy thing to do. You need a lot of practice, and you're going to feel your fingers and your hands like stiff, like you cannot move them. And you're going to have problems moving your hands. And then we're going to practice it a little with finger spelling your names, finger spelling words, greetings and introductions, names, and some of the family members' names, practicing with them. And an extra that is not there is numbers from 1 to 20. So the project, how did we start this project here in Relaciones Culturales? It was because here members of 4 deaf associations, they usually come to the library. We have some projects at the library. And they, in some point, express their desire to learn English because they want to go to continue their studies in the United States at a university that is called Gallaudet. So my principal said, you have to teach English here to deaf people. And here are some books, and let's start researching. So Unfortunately, there's nothing really written about strategies or something that you can really take from the books. I read about what Japan is doing, what Spain is doing, what the Czech Republic is doing. And the conclusion that I got is that what we do for our hearing students, it's what we can do with our deaf students. So an integral part of teaching can be what is at the very heart of deaf people's communication. That is visualization, the signs, images, and to understand a little bit the way they see the world, the way they communicate. So there is a lot to do here in Mexico. There is a lot to do here in Mexico. We don't have schools that teach English to deaf people. We barely have schools that teach the Mexican Sign Language to deaf people. So there is a more concrete definition of the different styles of communication is needed because there are several types of and degrees of hearing loss. We can think that there is only one thing. No, there are many kinds of deaf people. Some of them can hear something, some of them can't, and also there are other things that might hinder their learning. Some of them don't know how to write. They don't know it. So we have to look for ways to work with this kind of students. But what I think that if there is a will, there is a way. There is a way to do it. So we started researching, trying to look for strategies to start working with them and to see how to communicate with them. So what we found is that what matters is the message. Is know how correctly they speak or if there is a structure or a syntax that is followed. So what is important here is our facial expression. We have to exaggerate it. Our body language, that's important too, to communicate with them face to face. What we have to do when we teach them, as teachers, we are used to moving around. But if we teach them, we have to be in a place where they can see you. And that nothing else hinders that you. Even the clothes have to be in a way that they don't get distracted. So that's important too. And something really, really important, I think, is to know their personal sign. They have a very personal sign that they give to each other. It depends on a physical characteristic, maybe the way they dress, something they wear, yes, or a personality characteristic too. So, but they give it to you, and they give that personal sign to themselves. Here we used to have a person from the embassy that was very involved in this project. His name is Jeff, and he usually wore a tie, and that was the sign for Jeff. So what matters is the message. These are our students here at the Institute and the teachers, 2 teachers that were very brave when I told them, you know what, we have this project and we have to teach English to deaf people. Our classes started on the 6th of June in 2017. Now, these students are about to finish a B1 level in the Common European Framework. And I think it has been very rewarding to my 2 brave teachers here in Relaciones Culturales. One of them is Griselda. She's the one that said, okay, let's do it. Why not? And another teacher that started co-teaching with her is Hilda Garza. For both, I think it has been a very rewarding experience. And I want you to show just pieces of what she's doing right now with these students. One thing that I have to mention is that we have been working from scratch. She has been working from scratch, trying to figure out what the strategies work better with them. But the conclusion is the same. What we use for our hearing students can be used with them. So only little pieces of her classes, and something that maybe we don't usually do in a normal speaking class is to use Spanish. But I think this is something important to know the Mexican Sign Language, to communicate with them, and for them to translate. Sometimes it's difficult for them to understand concepts. So I'm going to show you some pieces of her classes. So this is one. She's working with some vocabulary. Okay, here we have a student. As you can see, some of them have is explaining something. But obviously they are using the Mexican Sign Language. What is written there is in English, of course. And they are organizing a kind of story, right? It is? Matching. And then they are comparing, because as you can see, they are in groups. And then what they are doing now is comparing what the different groups have. Of course, they are using the Mexican Sign Language. So well, this is just a little piece of the classes that we are giving here. And now what we are going to do is to finger spell. Are you ready? Let's warm up your fingers. Let's warm up fingers. Something that is interesting about this is that sign language is unique for each country, each language. They have similarities. For example, the Mexican and the American have some similarities, but they are different. Even in Mexico, our indigenous people have their own sign language. So it is really interesting what this is. Something that is not followed here is syntax. What we can say, I am from Chicago, they might say, from Chicago I. So they don't follow. What really matters is to communicate the message. So what do we use finger spelling? When do we use it? We use it to say names, people's last names, places, referring to places, or nationalities. Some countries have their own sign. They have their own sign, brands, or any other word that there is no sign for. So here is what you are here for, to learn the SAL. So let's start like practicing. Everybody, please, hands. And what's something that is really important when you communicate with them is that your signs have to be more or less here. Okay, not very high, not very low. It has to be like here. Okay? So let's start. A, B, C, D. I have problems with the D and the F. D, E. You can do it here, or you can do it a little bit here. A, F, G. You see it here, but that's like this. Okay, G, H, I, J, K. Oh, I'm sorry. K, K, K. Okay, try. K, K, K. And I'm going to take advantage. K. I'm going to take advantage. P. K and P. It's the same? It's the K and the P. K and P. Where's the P? Here. So, P. P. So, K, L, M, M, N, N. Yeah, because the M is like this, and here is like this. So, they are similar. N, N, the N, N, and the M, M. O, P, P. And the Q, let's make the H, H, Q, Q. Okay, Q, R, S, T, T, S, and the T. T. The Q, let's do the G. Let's do the G. Yeah, the G. And then the Q is like this. It's the same. Q. So R, S, T, U, B, W. I'm sorry, is this three? W, W, X, as if you make the sign for money or something like this. Yes? Y, and the Z. Okay. I'm going to give you a few minutes to practice the alphabet with a partner. Okay? So choose a partner, please. Choose a partner and practice the letters, the alphabet. To meet you. Nice to meet you. It's nice to meet you. Are you ready to practice faster? Okay. You're going to practice a little bit faster. Okay. I am sorry. Yes, yes. Faster. Do it. Faster. Or do you want it faster? Okay. Now you're going to practice a little bit more with a partner. So let's make a pair here with him. Okay. Let's make a pair with her. You're going to be a pair, please, here. One of you is going to be a student A, and the other is going to be a student B. You're going to finger spell, and your partner is going to write what you see. You're a student dictation. Okay, so you're a student A, and you're a student B. Let's combine numbers, because you have numbers there. So let's practice numbers, because you're going to practice saying number 1, number 2, and you're going to finger spell, okay? So this is number 1, 2, 3. Okay, one more time. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 10, 20. Okay, practice with your partner the numbers. Practice. Okay, practice the numbers. 16 is 16. So you do number 10 and then 11, 12. Okay, now we're going to continue. You're going to say number 1, and you're going to finger spell. You have an information gap in there. Okay, I'm going to do this a little bit faster so we have chance to do everything. Okay, now, free. Just turn the page and you're going to dictate, you're going to finger spell to your partner words. Try to do it with one syllable words like cat or car or whatever comes to your mind, but and your partner has to write it, okay? I'm going to give you 1 minute to practice finger spelling your name. I'm going to give you 1 minute to practice finger spelling your name. If you have a short or a nickname, much better. Only your name. Okay, are you ready with your names? So far? So, can you help me?
What's your name?
Okay, so this is what you're going to do. You're going to stand up. Let's see. Name. Name. What? But your face. Yes, your face. Show the question on your face. Or you can say, and you say your name. So what's your name? Name. So you see, first is the name, then is the what, and then is the you. Okay? So you're going to practice asking for person's name, but also we're going to put it all together. You're going to greet. So you're going to say, good afternoon. Hello, it's very easy. So practice good afternoon, okay? We're going to practice good afternoon. Then we're going to ask, how are you? So, how you? This doesn't have animation. I couldn't find one. You're going to say, fine, good, same old, or so-so. You're going to say, nice to meet you. That is nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. You say it like that, but it's so what are you going to do? You're going to greet, you're going to say good afternoon or hello, but much better if you practice good afternoon. You are going to ask, how are you? You can say good or fine, or you are going to introduce yourself. You're going to give your name, and you're going to ask for your partner's name, okay? And you're going to say, nice to meet you. You're going to do it with at least 3 people here in the room. So please stand up and greet and introduce yourselves. Okay, now, okay, let's just learn a few words for family members. Something interesting here is that here is females. This part of your face is for females. This part is for males. So for example, boy, boy. And you know why? Because it's the cap. It's the cap. So boy. And the girl is, and it's because of the bonnets, I think that's the name, los gorritos, the bonnet, and the ribbon, so this is girl. So it's the boy and the girl. They are not there, but okay, family members, the brother. Brother. So you do this, brother, brother, brother. And the sister? That's here, sister. The sister. Who is this? Mother. It's the mother. And the father? Here, father. Grandmother. Grandfather. So, father. So let's do it one more time. Father, mother, mother. Grandmother, grandfather, boy, girl, girl, brother, sister, sister. Just hold your horses. Just hold your horses. In fact, I don't know. Just I am not fluent enough in this, and we are just learning. Also, I'm sorry. What you're going to do now is, again, you're going to stand up and you're going to ask for names. Your mother's name, your father's name, your partner's. You're going to ask for the name of your partner, of course, but also you're going to ask for mom's name, dad's name, a brother or a sister's name. And you're going to finger spell. Okay, so first, where you are, ask to your partner about his or her mother's name, his or her father's name, and a sister or a brother. And then I'm going to ask you the same thing. Stand up and ask one more person, because we have the time. One more person, the name of mom or dad or sister, brother. Okay? Mom. Okay? Mom. I would like, okay, thank you very much. Okay, we have really few minutes to finish this, but I would like you to get into groups of 4, please, very quickly. Groups of 4, if you help me with that. And what you're going to do is to come up with an activity. Here we did an information gap. We did spelling our names and getting more names using that chart. I would like you to think about another activity that you can think of and you can use and involve a hearing person and a deaf person, a hearing student and a deaf student. What can you do? What do you think you can do? What kind of activity, material that you can think and we can use in the classroom with these kind of students? Okay, so please get into groups of 4. You have 5 minutes more or less to think about, and then let's wrap it up. Okay. For apple, sign. How would you do it? Remember that they are very visual. So how would you do it?
Maybe we can display, I don't know, the picture of Neymar, and they have to spell, finger spell,
The picture of.
a player, soccer player from another country, and
Okay.
they can finger spell the nationality of the player.
But if you want to work like nowadays, that is like pair work or group work, what can you do? Let's wrap it up. I see that you have really good ideas, so I want a speaker from each group to give your idea, to give the idea you have. So I'm going to start with this group. Please share your idea. It's a very good idea. Okay. Okay.
Because I only teach Saturday. We were thinking about songs to practice with the spelling, like a song for the days of the week.
Mhm.
Yeah. But you were saying about the rhythm.
Yes, I teach English, and some of them I teach them with the local songs that I produce, and then I tell them choose a song that you like it. Sometimes they use, I have a corrido, once 6 days of the week. I have a song called Reggaeton, 15 days. So it's very, I like it. It's very cultural and crazy, and they get very excited, and they all work from Metropolitan, so they're very excited.
And what about the deaf? What would they do?
The same, because it doesn't matter if they see or not, they do it with Spanish. Because you act in some way.
Okay.
I think that's the idea, and both can be involved.
Involved.
In that kind
Okay, very good. Thank you. Who wants to be the speaker over there? Who wants to tell the idea?
We think that we can make friends. We can ask the students about meaningful words for them, maybe their names or occasions. And the hard students can show or can teach them the proximate designs.
Okay.
And the
Okay, good. Okay, very good. Okay, well, this is all what I have for you today. I hope you have learned a little about. Oops. Okay, here I have a site where you can check. It's this site was shared by the teacher from Durango, and you have here. Oops. Okay. It's a very good sign. You can type here whatever you are looking for. So let's say that you want to look for the word nice, and you have all the words with the end, and you have to look for okay, let's look for nice here. And you can look here for sister-in-law. And you have the video here. And you have the video here where you can see. Okay, it's it's signing. It's www signing. I really don't know how to pronounce this. We're savvy.com. Savvy with double V.com. What I have to say is thank you. Thank you very much. And this is a very common sign from them. Thank you very much. And goodbye.